Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about the giant waxy monkey tree frog. Now this is a new frog that we've gotten at our store this weekend, and he's pretty awesome, but his care does vary quite a bit from other tree frogs like him, so we're going to go over his care today. So the giant waxy monkey tree frog, like its name suggests, it gets pretty big. It gets about 3 to 5 inches long from snout to vent. And these guys do have a pretty good average lifespan, about 7 to 10 years. So as far as their tank size, you can keep a baby waxy monkey tree frog in a 10-gallon, but for the adults, since they're much bigger, you should go with no smaller than a 20-gallon tank. You can do a tank like we have here. It's an 18 by 18 by 24, so you'll want a more vertical tank since these guys like to hang out in trees and stuff in the wild. So you'll kind of want to imitate that. Since these guys do come from a tropical rainforest habitat, we do make sure that they have a bedding that is absorbent, that can absorb moisture. So we use like either peat moss, sphagnum moss, or coconut fiber. Those are all good choices for these guys. So one of the things that kind of sets these guys apart from other tree frogs is that they have a higher temperature. We keep their hot spot between 90 to 95 degrees. So when you compare it to a species like the white tree frog, who only has to have a 75 to 85 hot spot, it seems pretty hot in comparison. Now another unique thing about the waxy monkey tree frog is that it is diurnal. So you do need a UVB light and a heat bulb for them, of course, since they need to have that higher hot spot. Now that's kind of different because the white tree frogs that we have here, they don't require any lighting. You can just have a UVB light in there if you want to for the living plants and stuff, but they don't need it since they are not diurnal, they are nocturnal. So one unique thing about these guys is that they require a drier environment. Now, even though they do come from the tropical rainforest, they are found in the high up in the branches where there isn't as much humidity as there would be closer to the ground. So yeah, because they live so high up, they have a lot of wind and everything up there, a lot of air circulation that kind of brings the humidity down. So we try to replicate that in their tank. So we recommend only about 40 to 60% humidity in their tank. And you only have to spray their bedding down maybe 2 to 3 times a week at most. Whereas with other species of tree frogs like the whites, we spray theirs down every day. These guys just 2 to 3 times a week. So these guys are strict carnivores. They will eat insects like earthworms, crickets, cockroaches, mealworms, and they can even eat small rodents like pinky mice when they're adults. Their mouths get pretty big, so they can take down pretty big prey items. So these guys don't need to eat every day. You can feed them about 2 to 3 times a week. We suggest that's what we do with ours. Just make sure that you calcium dust their food each time you feed them. Except once a week, make sure you use vitamin dust instead of the calcium. That way they get their vitamins just that one time a week and you don't overdo it. And just one more thing about these guys, as far as handling goes, you should keep handling to a minimum. These guys have a very waxy substance that they secrete from their skin that helps them store moisture. So that stuff is actually pretty irritating to human skin, and you definitely don't want to get it near your eyes or in your mouth or anything. So if you do need to handle them, just use gloves, or if you do handle them and you need to use your bare hands, try to make it as quick as possible, and make sure you scrub your hands with soap and water afterwards. And like with most frogs, the other reason why you don't want to handle them too much is because the toxins from your skin can get on their skin, and they can absorb that, and it's not very good for them at all, and it can make them sick. So yeah, just another reason why you should keep handling to a minimum. But yeah, otherwise these guys make great pets. They're really fun to watch and to look at. They're just really pretty. These guys almost look like toy frogs. They almost look fake. Some people even ask us if that's a real frog or not because of how plasticky they look, because of that shiny wax that they secrete. So yeah, they're just really fun, and they live a pretty long time. So, yep, definitely a cool frog to get.